any of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
54. Mike, 54. All day, dog.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, lock it.
Check 99.
Spine. No. You're out.
Watch the out.
Out. Get it.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run. It's Gurley. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was. Because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Clear. Defense.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
go now. 30 base.
Check back. Check back.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Leo. Like, let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. McSorley nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Ready?
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
He's coming. Man.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Vita Vea providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Shit.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? It's a 6.
Switch.
Check 37. Check 37. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
At the 37-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DJ Chark, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down, Dolphins.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the ground. Tight yard. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Look at me. Go.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
56 to
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. They'll run. This is Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here's Grant. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check right, check right. Shoot.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready?
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. First by him near the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
We got this.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Alert three, alert three. Alert three. Shift, shift.
Go. Set, go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go.
That's you. Single. 24 is the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass.
There you go.
24 is the mic.
From the 40 now on second down. McSorley. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 31.
Ready?
They try right side here, Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's McSorley to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They go play action now. Jackson going up top. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be fielded at the 6, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Throwing on second down. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. He got his man, complete. That one goes for 36 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
No game on this defense, no game. Shut up.
58 is a Mike. Go 58.
Let's go. Come on. Check up. Shut up.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
56. Double dog. That's the way. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. I got one. 56. Mike, 56.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Let's do this.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Rock it.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
49, check 49. Come. Fire.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's got some space here. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Ready? 8, read. Hey, lock it.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hatch it. He's checking.
Roll out.
Scratch. Show it up.
Here goes.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Here we go. Set. 90, Wolf.
Go. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Here we go, D. All day defense. All day.
On 2nd and 15 now. McSorley. And that is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. McSorley sets to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Jackson. That one complete. He finds Shark. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. On the ground, Kamara. And some room to Waddle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And it's Dolphin first down.
Let's go. 30 base. Smooth. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check your backer, check your backer.
Bam.
Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Todd Gurley, 42 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. McSorley, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 24. Check 24.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Slam, slam, slam. 66, pull it, half.
They run it again with Kamara. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Watch the pass. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
On 1st down, it's Grant, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got it. Check.
Kamara, and an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Watch the screen.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game as the Ravens push further out in front. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Bark is deep. And 24 is the mic. Check. They go.
2nd and 10, it's McSorley. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Get off the field. 24 is the mic. Watch the run. 24.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3 down. 24 Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Yep. 24 is the mic. Night, sweetheart.
On fourth down, here's McSorley. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jonathan Allen. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I know you feel that.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTA